Iceland, the land of fire and ice. A country famous for its geothermal lagoons, volcanoes, glaciers, waterfalls, and Viking settlements. We're here for a quick stopover, and in this short amount of time, we're going to do our best to get a feel for the extreme contrasts and dramatic landscapes Iceland has to offer. We're Brian and Crystal, and this is Vanhalla Adventures. We'll be taking you along with us as we try to fit in as much as possible into our very short trip. From off-the-beaten-path experiences to some more popular tourist destinations, we'll get just a taste of what Iceland has to offer. We'll dine in a greenhouse surrounded by tomato plants.
Okay, this tomato soup is unlike any other tomato soup I've ever had in my life.
Pop into a few of Iceland's lagoons.
Yeah, that just made my life.
Take a hike in a valley located between the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates. Admire some waterfalls and deal with the elements as best we can.
That froze me. Wow.
Before we leave, we'll understand why so many people visit here again and again. The otherworld beauty of the land, kindness of the people, and the unpredictable and often very cold weather all create an experience like nowhere else in the world.
We made it!
Yeah.
We just landed in Iceland! I am so stoked.
Oh man, it's cold.
The first stop on our Iceland layover is the Sky Lagoon.
It already smells amazing.
It's located just a short drive from downtown Reykjavik, which makes it a perfect stop when you are getting into town. They have this great cafe with delicious healthy food, which was very much needed after our long flight. After eating, you can grab your swimsuit and head into the infinity pool, located right on the harbor, which offers these stunning panoramic views of the surrounding landscape, which we just absolutely loved. The mix of the cold sea air with the geothermal waters was very refreshing, and because it's newer, it's not as well known. You can spend your time just relaxing in the infinity pool, or you can also add in this 7-step spa experience, which includes a cold plunge, this beautiful sauna, a cold mist, which kind of feels like a light rain, a body scrub, an invigorating steam room experience, and of course, a shower to rinse off before hopping back into the lagoon again. In all, it was a fantastic experience, and we'd highly recommend it. Reykjavik is the country's capital and largest city, and because we are only here for a short time, we chose to make this our base for our layover.
Not bad.
I booked this on booking.com, and I wanted something walkable since we're only here for a quick layover. We're right across from the most famous church in Iceland, and we just got a sweet little room.
Standing at 240 feet tall, the church is one of the city's best-known landmarks, and you can't miss it. According to the website, it is both a national monument dedicated to the most renowned sacred poet of Iceland, whose name I will put here on the screen, and it is also a popular midtown parish church. It also houses the largest organ in the country. If you choose to, you can go into the tower to check out the incredible panoramic views of Reykjavik, the surrounding mountains, and the ocean that stretches west to Greenland and the Americas. The bells at the top ring each hour, so be sure to check the time as it can be quite loud.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, What a beautiful view up there. Those church bells scared the Jesus out of me.
The bejesus.
We'd recommend spending just a couple of hours in the city's capital just to check out the shops, get a feel for the area, and maybe grab a bite to eat.
Well, it's much colder here than Brian and I anticipated. So thankfully, there's a lot of outdoor stores here. I got a beanie.
I got
Brian.
some gloves.
I think this would be an awesome place to go shopping. They have really nice sweaters and rain gear and all the outdoor gear you could need.
To our surprise, there are a lot of incredible restaurants in the city, and there's something for everyone. We popped into this little place, which we heard had some home-cooked style meals with a community feel, and it ended up being a great place to chat with the locals.
Yeah, we met some cool locals that gave us some tips for tomorrow, which I'll tell you about more tomorrow, but that was great. I'm so happy right now.
If you aren't too tired from your flight after dinner, be sure to head to the Lebowski Bar, especially if you are a Lebowski fan, and even if you don't drink. We chose the Golden Circle as our main day of sightseeing. This route covers about 190 miles, looping from Reykjavik into the southern uplands of Iceland and back. It is the most famous of all scenic routes in Iceland and combines stunning landmarks with historically significant places.
Yesterday, while we were eating dinner, we met this really nice man, and I'm going to give it a go at his name. So sorry, because I know I'm not going to pronounce this correctly, but Styrmr. And he gave some tips on all the stops to make based on what he thought was not just popular, but worth of doing it. He is a tour guide himself, so he showed us some extra stops that are less popular as well. But this is one of the stops he said to do. Let's go check out this crater.
This crater is 6,500 years old and is part of the Western Volcanic Zone in Iceland. While here, you can just pop out of your car and take a look, or walk the crater path, which is less than a mile in length and takes only about 30 minutes or so to complete. The vibrant red terrain set against the dark turquoise lake below is part of what makes this crater so unique and such a popular spot on the Golden Circle. You can also hike down one of its sloping walls to the lake at the bottom to get a better look.
Next stop was suggested by our new friend we met yesterday. He said they have amazing tomato soup. And I think the garden is also grown here on site, if that makes sense. So fresh and delicious.
Wow, look at this. Those
Are all those tomatoes?
Those are all tomato plants.
What?
Wow.
We were told this was going to be a cool stop, but we had no idea what we were really walking into. This is as close as you can get to eating where your food is grown. The greenhouses here are filled with tomatoes, and you can hear the bees buzzing about as you walk through. They grow the tomatoes all year round, despite Iceland's long, dark winters under the artificial lighting. And one of the coolest things we learned about this place is that they do not ship any of the tomatoes outside of the country, although you can buy tomato-based products from their store online or in person. The buffet consists of this amazing tomato soup, which you can eat until your heart's content, along with fresh bread.
Okay, this tomato soup is unlike any other tomato soup I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
What do you think?
It's amazing.
It's crazy. It's super sweet. There's still the seeds in it. It's so fresh and light and delicious tasting.
They also have an amazing Bloody Mary menu. Multiple types of Bloody Marys on the menu.
Besides the tomato soup and the Bloody Marys, they have just everything you could ever think of. They even have a green tomato pie for dessert and skewers, vegetables, also from the greenhouses. So like anything tomato you can think of, they have here. This is insane.
They even have fresh basil plants on your table to add to your soup.
Look at this. Just pluck it right off.
So we are now at what look like to me Fox of Fuss waterfalls. Here's what the name looks like. How it is pronounced is actually Foxe Falls, and what that basically means is it's a type of horse. It is called Foxe Falls because the waterfalls kind of look like the name of that particular horse. We're in the national park and it, of course, is raining.
Gotta get on some rain pants. It's raining hard out here, and we're going for a little walk.
Look at that style. Ready for that rain. Just for reference, everybody, it is only 4 degrees Celsius, which is somewhere in the 30-degree Fahrenheit realm, like 30, what, 6, 38?
Somewhere
Somewhere around there, we're guesstimating here. And I have a wool t-shirt, a wool long sleeve base layer, a fleece, a jacket, and then a rain jacket on. And then I have thermals, kind of like jogger legging pants, and then my rain pants on, and gloves and a hat. I feel good.
It's cold and it's raining and it's pretty windy out.
Yeah, it's the wind here that's so...
It's brutal.
Like, yeah, it's like straight to your bone.
A site of historical, cultural, and geological significance, this national park is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Iceland. There are a plentiful amount of hiking trails to choose from here. Located in a rift valley between the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates, the area is full of dramatic cliffs, rivers, and deep gorges, as the area has been slowly torn apart for millions of years as the tectonic plates drift away from one another at a pace of about 1 inch per year. It is one of the few places in the world where you can walk, dive, or snorkel between the continents in the mid-Atlantic rift. We decided to take a walk to the waterfall, which we found out was actually human-made and was created to redirect water into a ravine centuries ago. The name translates to Waterfall of the Axe River in English, and just happens to be one of the many filming locations here in Iceland featured in Game of Thrones.
Well, super windy, very cold, totally worth it. So this waterfall in this area was a filming location for a Game of Thrones, and it was the home of the Children of the Forest. Very cool.
That froze me. Wow. I'm like...
Shaky?
Yeah, I'm frozen to the core now. Now I'm like, it's...
Do you want to go to some hot springs?
Yeah, I think now's the perfect time for that.
Okay, let's go.
Located on a fjord 40 miles northeast of Reykjavik, this place is one of Iceland's newest geothermal bathing experiences, and it has already been named the #1 best thing to do in the world in 2023 by Time Out magazine. It's different from most other hot springs as it combines a spa experience with bathing in nature.
This was suggested by Sturmur, our new friend. He said this was the best one yet, and he said you guys have to go. He was like, this is lesser known, and we're here. It looks so incredible. It's super windy outside, but we're still gonna try to film because it's like the rain is like that sideways rain like Forrest Gump talks about. But we're gonna have a quick bite too because we got here early. I will drop all the information for these stops down below in the description. This one you do need to make a booking online before you get here. And it's right off of the Golden Circle, about 30 minutes from the usual route. I'm excited to get in and eat this food. Apparently they're vegan. Their regular seafood and the vegan seafood soup is like world famous. That's what they say. So.
Oh, cool.
This is probably the most creative tasting soup I've ever had in my life.
Featuring 8 hot springs situated right on the Atlantic Ocean, the water levels and temperatures of some of these natural pools fluctuate with the tides. And surrounded by these mountains and black beaches, it's a stunning location to soak and experience the elements. Besides the hot springs, there's a steam room which is very dimly lit, and it felt like it was purely made out of stone and cedar. It was definitely a highlight for both of us as we felt we were in a time period long ago. The entire decor and feel of this place feels deeply connected to land and out of this world. To say we love it here is an understatement.
That was in my top 5 experiences of my entire life. That was insane. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that just made my life.
Our last stop while here is the world-famous Blue Lagoon. It is located pretty close to the airport, so we couldn't think of a better way to relax before a day of travel than to visit the geothermal pools we have heard so much about. The geothermal seawater that emerges here from deep within the earth is 70% ocean water and 30% fresh water. It contains silica, algae, and minerals, the bioactive elements that have been praised for their healing, rejuvenating, and nourishing abilities. The color of the Blue Lagoon is due to the way that the silica within the water reflects sunlight. That's cool. In the lagoon itself, they have this little stand of sorts where you are given these 3 types of masks to try. The masks are made from the silica, algae, and other minerals from the lagoon itself.
Okay, she said to leave it on for 5 to 10 minutes.
A wealth of studies have been conducted here that have confirmed the water's healing powers. With this knowledge, a clinic for the treatment of chronic skin conditions was opened, followed by the launch of Blue Lagoon Skincare.
How do you feel? How does your skin feel?
Oh, it feels great. It feels really nice. It feels tight.
My skin definitely feels smooth after that.
Yeah.
There is also a steam room and sauna to enjoy, which we really liked. If you want, you can also stay here in their luxury hotel, visit their subterranean spa, and dine at the 2 restaurants. We were pretty shocked at how big it is here, but because there's so much steam, it's nice that you don't actually see everyone, so it feels fairly private.
Yeah, this has been an amazing time. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and it gave you an idea of things to do while you're on a layover in Iceland. That was amazing.
Yeah.
So we'll catch you all next week. Bye, everybody.